Welcome to my game of Football Manager 2017. I'm currently playing Wigan at the end of April 2034, and this is the second to last game of the season, not including the playoffs. I'm currently in first by a point, and I'm about to play away to 5th place Yeovil, having lost the last game to good old 4th place Newcastle. I can't remember if it was a 3 or 4-0. But it was a ridiculous game where the referee decided to book or give my team 9 yellow cards and send a massive, including one of them who got sent off for receiving 2 yellow cards. The other teams are in motion push are Portsmouth, who are second, away to Bristol City, and Chesterfield, who are at home to Preston. Neither of those games are especially easy, but they should do reasonably well. Oh, it's only 3-0 the last game. I thought thinking it might have been 4-0. But yes, I've literally got a 1-point lead over the 2 teams directly behind me, and only a 3-point lead over 4th. So I can end up back in the playoff spots very easily, which would not be ideal. This time round, Kieran Whittaker, whilst not fully fit, is fit enough to start this game. They told me to limit him to 60 minutes, so he'll probably come off either around half time or just after half time, depending how well the game's going. And Liam Berry gets another start in midfield, because Brewster was the guy that got sent off in the last game and is suspended. And it truly was an awful performance, but in fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put Luke Price on the field instead of Jamie Slaughter. I don't know if it'll work or not, but it's got to be better than the last time I played, which truly was a lousy 3-0 loss, but it was just a complete card fest. It's like nobody had any respect for the referee. Yeah, your Wigan side can potentially become champions today should everything fall into place. I don't think so. And yes, I'm expecting to see a much better performance today than I saw in the last game. I need a much better performance today, to be bluntly honest, because the last game was truly terrible. At least from my perspective. I'm sure the Newcastle fans see it slightly differently. The reason I'm risking Whittaker, even though he's not fully fit, is because I've only got the 1-point lead at the top of the table. I really need to be winning this game like that early on. Oh, and Price actually scored, finally. Yes, I really need to be winning this game by half time, and then holding on to said victory or said lead in the second half. So hence the reason I've got my best defence, which includes Whittaker, who with that beautiful header, so that I've got a chance of having a lead to hold on to at half time. And if Chamberlain could have hit the target, I'd had a nicer lead. Oh, it's me attacking. I thought they were attacking for a second then. Oh, good ball. Oh, Chamberlain. It's the second time you've missed the target in relatively good positions. You could well be off the field at half time along with Whittaker. Oh, at least this referee's not a card Nazi like the last one. And Portsmouth are winning, which is making this attempted victory slightly more crucial. That's a bad mistake. Cross the ball, Price. Oh, it's a Chamberlain. He's going to miss the target. No! It's a miracle! Chamberlain actually hit the target and it sneaked in. I am truly impressed. A good assist by Price to actually keep chasing the ball and to put in a decent cross. Well, actually, the cross wasn't that good, but it was a cross, and it got to a player who could actually do something with it. And that's half the battle. Okay, well, and the guys fought to get the ball back, which is always nice. You're going to cross this, Headley? Yeah. Whoa. You almost got an own goal out of that one, Headley. And supposedly their guy Humphreys is their danger man. And I saw his name for the first time, so I haven't seen too much danger from him at this point. But I'm not getting too cocky about that, because it only takes one mistake to cut my lead in half. And I must say, we do look quite good going forward. Not excellent, but quite good. Oh, good ball. If you can get a decent cross in. Oh, off the post. Would have been nice if you pulled the cross back just a little further, but it was kind of impressive in its own little way. Here come the yellow cards again. What's this? So you can suspend my guys for the last game of the season? I like that. Price has been brilliant in the first half. Okay, if you say so. He's been okay. I try and be encouraging to my guys rather than the negative. Well, you've got to keep going. Don't get complacent. I never liked that as a way of encouragement. Well, they got one man in the centre. Their supposed danger man Humphreys. Let's not give away any soft goals here, guys. Well caught, Kennett. Oh, I thought that had gone in. I thought that was going to be low enough to sneak under the bar. Yes, it's almost nail-biting time. Yes, I can see that one going down the wing. Oh, well tackled, Vincent. I know you're not my best player, but you're doing a good enough job. Of course, next season you probably won't get to play in the first team, but so I'm going to be spending the off-season looking for a replacement for defenders. Yeah, that's more usual from you, Price. About 10 yards wide of the goal. Yes, you are meant to be one of my shining stars up front, Price, and essentially you have become a bit part player. I think I got you from Newcastle, I'm not entirely sure. Eek. That would have been a fluky goal if that had gone in. Well, they're giving me a bit of trouble and putting me under a bit of pressure. A third substitute already. Oh, good ball. Is somebody going to get on the end of it? Oh, good goal, Chamberlain. Now that was why I bought you in the first place, to do stuff like that. And all of a sudden you've certainly starting to justify the level of confidence I had when I bought you. Once again, the keeper should be disappointed to be beaten at his near post like that, but I'm really not bothered what their keeper feels like. I'm more bothered what my players feel like. They're definitely going for the ball over the top approach. Yikes, that was close. Okay, time to make a second substitution. McGlade come off, McNamara come on. I think this will actually cost me some money by giving him this appearance, but so be it. Seriously, Price is actually going to reach that ball? Considering how far back he started, Price really was about the fifth favourite to get to that ball. And yet somehow he managed to do it. Yes, when you turn upfield, Price, remember to take the ball with you. Well, it's the 81st minute, and it really doesn't matter particularly what the Portsmouth or Chesterfield scores are, because I'm going to win this game. So it doesn't matter if they're winning. Nice hat-trick. If both Portsmouth and Chesterfield both win, then I've still got to win the last game of the season. If they both lose, well, then I'm promoted. Or if either of them lose, I'm promoted. So I don't tend to put the latest scores up on the little box you can put on the matchday screen, unless it's the last game of the season and I want to know exactly how things are going minute by minute, just to really make myself sweat, which I may well do for the next game if both Portsmouth and Chesterfield win this week. Because then it'll still be a 1-point lead. And I'd still need a victory to guarantee promotion. Oh, good through ball. Lousy last touch, but good through ball. Well, even with this loss, Yeovil should still make it into the playoffs. So I really don't think they're going to be that bothered about the loss. I think they'd be glad to get out of this without yellow cards and injuries. But I did expect a little more resistance from them, I must admit. Yeah, good header, McNamara. Not entirely sure what that ball was intended to do. go. I was kind of hoping that was the final whistle and it would be all over. Because essentially it is all over, we're just waiting for the whistle now. There you go, I got to call them all professionals. But unfortunately, yes, Portsmouth and Chesterfield both won. Portsmouth 1-0 at Bristol City and Chesterfield 1-0 at Preston. But that guarantees that Newcastle are going to be in the playoffs, and the only other possible switch could be, unlikely though it may be, in fact extremely unlikely, is Crewe getting into the playoffs, but it would require Yeovil to lose heavily and Crewe to win by a massive amount to overcome the goal difference. So pretty much there's 3 teams that could be promoted, and these 3 are going to make the playoffs, and Chesterfield or Portsmouth, because that isn't it must be on games 1 in this case, the order they're doing it, because they have exactly the same amount of points, exactly the same goal difference, exactly the same amount of goals scored for and against. Whereas Chesterfield have only won 23 and got 13 draws, and Portsmouth have won 24 and got 10 draws. So it must be purely on goals on games 1 that Portsmouth are in second rather than Chesterfield. And there is 1 relegation place still up for grabs as well. But my last game of the season is apparently against Colchester, I believe. A nice dominant win. And the press conference. A superb win by everybody. A complete performance. Luke Price did a wonderful job. He had a wonderful hat-trick. So all is sweetness and light. Well, that's the end of this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I will see you down the road for the final game of the season. Or what I hope is the final game of the season. Otherwise it could be the playoff semi-finals after that. Well, that's it. Adios, hasta la vista, via Scondias.